What's up? This is all from my phone, and guys, that is my motor still in the car. um, haven't really gotten too far from the last time I made a video. Everything is still disconnected and ready for this motor to come out except for the axles. So, what have I done prior to that? There was a coolant tube. It goes across this right here, back in here to two 10mm bolts that I got out. I took that tube out, put it to the side, and then back there, guys, right there, this little thing way back there, there it is, you can tell better like that. Those are the shifter cables and the shifter cable bracket. I've already disconnected them. When you have that tube out of the way, i.e. this tube, this is going to be much easier to get to. Those are three 12mm bolts that are holding that bracket there. It's very simple once you have that tube to get that out of the way. But purpose of this video, guys, is to tell you what is going down with this car. Excuse me. So it's not a plan anymore. The plan is in full effect. I will tell you what it's gonna be. Parts have already been ordered. Transmissions have already been shipped out. So this is what it's gonna be. Not gonna change 100%. This is what's gonna be in this car. So I'm gonna tell you what I started thinking about doing to this car, and then what I switched it to, and then what I switched it to again. So when I very first made a video, I said I'd probably do a complete full engine build. I'm sorry, a complete and full head build. So cams, port and polish, valve springs, retainers, valves, like the whole lot, right? And then leave the bottom in stock and rebuild it myself. I purchased a rebuild kit. It came in. I did not like the quality of the parts that were being used. I sent that back. So I sent back the kit that I got. And it's not to say that the kit was garbage or anything like that. It's just I want to put this car back together the right way. Meaning, quality parts, do a quality 2ZZ build. Now, after that, I started doing some research and searching for, what's the possibilities of building this car, me building it on my own. So I went to Monkey Wrench Racing just to see what they had on there. I saw they had a stroker kit. I was going to do the stroker kit. I was very excited about the stroker kit at first, but there's a lot of things, a lot of red tape, a lot of small print that you don't really notice until you start, when you calm down, you start reading what is actually required for a 2-liter build if you're going to go like their highest compression available, which is what I wanted to do. So I wanted to do Wesco, however you pronounce it, Wesco pistons that I believe is 13.8 to 1, 13.8 to 1 compression with the 2-liter stroker kit. Problem is you have to sleeve the block, and that is not included in the price of the stroker kit. So I literally was going to order this stuff, and then I saw that and I said, no, that's going to be way too much money. I am not going to spend that much money for a couple of reasons. Mainly being that thing. This thing right here. That thing right there. Garbage. So I say garbage, guys. Some of you guys get a little butthurt when I say that the C60 is garbage. I don't know why. It's just the truth. Uh, it's geared very well, guys, for this engine. It's a nice transmission if it just had durable parts. So my reasoning behind this is I'm going to add torque, not only, peak torque, but through the entire mid-range of this car on a transmission that can barely hold 130 foot-pounds of torque when you're ripping it through the gears. So I said to myself, that would be pretty stupid to spend all that money on an engine and have no transmission to handle it. So I decided to do a full build, okay, put together by Monkey Wrench Racing on the engine, and also do a build. Give me 1 second. So I'm going to do a full build on the 1.8. So what does a full build entitle? Or what is it that my engine's going to have when it comes here? Guys, another reason that I'm going to do this through MWR is because I want to make sure that when this engine goes in, it goes in correct. If I do this on my own and something, God forbid happens, blow something or whatever, then I'm stuck. This way I have somewhat of, a warranty. I don't think it's long, but it'll be long enough for me to find out whether the engine is working properly. So this is why I went this route. I would have had a lot more content if I would have done it that way, but there is a plus side to this. So my build is going to consist of this. Heads. It's going to have It's going to have pour and polish job, valves, valve springs, retainers, stage 3 cams, MWR stage 3 cams. Bottom end is going to have MAL 12.3 to 1 pistons. Okay, so it's going to have race compression. I believe they build it together with ARP head studs. They also put a reinforced oil pump. So guys, the engine's going to come back pretty solid. It's going to be nice. So my plan is I'm going to do that. It is already ordered. The transmission. What I'm doing with the transmission, I'm sending it to Armstrong Racing out in California. Tom has messed with these a lot. I trust his work. I've seen his work on YouTube. So I'm going to send it to him. He's going to rebuild it, reinforce the gears that need to be reinforced. I'm wanting third and fourth, and the input shaft. I already sent out my transmission, my spare. Technically, the one that's in the car is my spare. The one that I sent out is the one that's for the Corolla. It's the one that came in the car. So that's the one that I'm sending to him. I will have this one as a spare. If the other one blows up, I could just put this one right back in there. Hopefully it does not, because he is also going to be coating them or doing a WPC treatment on the gears and in the input shaft. I'm thinking the bearings as well. So it will withstand the power that I'm throwing at it. So this is the reason why I went that route, because cost, obviously, and I am not going to put a motor in a car and know that the transmission can't handle that motor. It just doesn't make sense. I wanted to do a full build, full package. That way, I'm driving down the road and I'm confident enough to know that it's going to last me a good amount of time. Because all in all, guys, I love this car. Some people are like, why are you spending money on a Corolla? Blah, 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 blah. I love this car. If you've ever owned one, you know what I'm talking about. If you ever owned one and sold it, you know what I'm talking about. A lot of people after selling these cars are like, man, I wish I would have never sold it, or man, I wish I could find another one, because they're fun to drive and they don't look bad when you do some nice modifications to them. It's a fun car, guys. So that's why I'm doing it with this car. There's not that many of them out there. It's not a Honda. It's not a Subaru. It's not, like, everybody owns these type of cars, and I like to own something that's different. I'm a Toyota fanboy anyways, and this is the car that I pick. So this is not my favorite car in the entire world, but it's one of my favorites. And this engine is by far my favorite four banger. So yeah, if you've never owned one, I might sound crazy to you until you either race one, own one, or drive one. To the people who have raced one, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, so that's my reasoning behind that. Now, what is the reasoning for not going turbo? Same thing, guys. Turbo, you can turbo your car and run a C60, but it is going to be a matter of, I would say, months before you blow that transmission. I promise, guarantee, whatever you want to call it, you're going to blow that transmission. It's not even a question. A good example of that, guys, is I know you guys, well, some of you guys maybe have seen The Smoking Tire and Matt Farah. Matt Farah used to do a show called Tuned, and he had a Lotus Elise with a 2ZZ in it that somebody had twin charged. It was turbo and supercharged. The owner of that car went through multiple transmissions before he got tired of it and went to an MR2 transmission. MR2 transmissions are pretty hard to come by and expensive to swap into this car. I.e., go to Monkey Wrench Racing, look up how much it is for one of those swaps. It's about $7,000. Yeah, you heard that correctly. It's about $7,000. That is everything you would need to put that transmission into the car. But guys, no way I'm spending that much money. Give me 1 second. So yeah, sorry guys, I did a little pause there because I had to run up to my front door. Something came in for the roller. I'm excited about this one too. Anyways, I will unbox this in this video. Dun 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 dun. Anyways, so that is my reasoning, guys. Boost is expensive for this car. And why do you think you don't see that many of them boosted? It's because people can't afford the transmission that holds the power that this car can make. Not that this car can't make any power, because I've seen plenty of 4, 5, 6, even 800 horsepower 2ZZ motors. But the problem is the transmission. And this is why they come out with these transmissions. Now, to say that I will never boost a 2ZZ, that's not going to happen. I'm more than likely eventually going to boost a 2ZZ. But for right now, I want to see what I can do all motor with a decent build, decent transmission, and parts. Now, one thing I haven't said is that in February, March, Streetworks is coming out with their own intake manifold. Streetworks is doing their own plenum. They have somebody catting a plenum and casting their own plenum, and it's gonna be nasty from what I am told. So I'm going to also put that intake manifold and throttle body from Streetworks, which is, I believe, a 70 mil throttle body, or I don't know if he's creating his own throttle body. Not sure 100% exactly what's going to go down, but the intake system is going to be nasty. So I'm going to get that off of him. Now, I'm also doing an upgraded pump, injectors, and something to bring all that together. Which leads me to this. I'm going to unbox this. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. Because I think the UPS or the USPS girl just got back. Sorry guys, she needed a signature for the package. That's what I thought, because I believe Brian, yes, Brian is the one that I bought the package from. He sent it with a note that they have to sign for shipment. So with further hold on, sorry. Without further ado, I show you what I got. Yes. Guys, I'm super excited about this. Yes, sir. Let me see if I can try opening it this way. Yes, sir. I'm so excited about this, bro. This is one of the pieces. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Check it out, guys. Yes, sir. EMS4. This, my friends, is what I am running on the car. This is going to have the EMS4 for my fuel management system. I'm so excited about this, guys. You have no idea. This is going to be so dope. But anyways, yep. This is everything that I need for running this on my car. Sensors and things that I need also for the car. Should be fun, guys. Should be a lot of fun. Alright, so that is what it's going to be running my ECU, guys. The EMS4, I'm so excited about that, bro. That is going to be pretty nice, considering that thing you can do whatever you want, do remote tuning. R9K is going to continue to tune my vehicle. So for the injectors and stuff like that, I'm gonna need that anyways. So this is why I went that route. So yeah, guys. So a lot of information here. I'm going full build. I'm going to build up the transmission. I'm going EMS4, complete standalone, bigger injectors, bigger pump. This thing's gonna be rowdy, bro. Hopefully. Hopefully it's gonna be rowdy. I'm also gonna be going, I'm probably gonna be upgrading the clutch. Clearly a stock clutch is not gonna cut it. So I'm more than likely upgrading the clutch. Looking at ACT, their clutch kit, something streetable, and that is going to be, I think, the total of everything that I'm purchasing. So yeah, it's gonna be fun, guys. I'm starting to get parts, starting to get real and exciting. The motor. Okay, I'm gonna take this thing out. I'm hoping like I keep saying, you know, a certain date, I'm going to take it out when I take it out. How about that? You guys will see the video once I take it out. I'm not going to put any dates on there because, guys, I'm pretty busy. I have children. I work. It's going to come out when it comes out. Anyways, doesn't really matter because I have to get the motor here first, pull this one out, and then swap everything over that I need from this one to the new one. Oh, one thing I didn't say, I'm keeping this motor. So I'm going to put it on an engine stand, rebuild it, and have it as a spare. That way I have two motors, two trans, and I have no issues if I mess anything up or whatever. So yeah, who knows? Maybe this, the original OG, will be the boosted motor in the near future. But all this, guys, does not happen without you guys. The support, all the love I get from you guys, the likes, the subscribes. I'm working my way up, guys. Things are looking good, but I need your help. It doesn't matter if it's $1. It doesn't matter if it's 50 cents. It adds up when you have a lot of subscribers. So I'm going to leave a description. I'm going to leave a link in the description for donations. If any of you have it in your heart that you want to donate and see this build progress, I'd be more than happy to oblige. No, but seriously, guys, thank you all so much for the support. The stuff that gets done on this channel will not happen if I don't get the support of you guys. And so far, I've seen tons of support, tons of people telling me to keep going, that they love the channel. And that's what I do this for, guys, to put out content for the car that I love, for the people that love the same car, and maybe you can learn something along the way. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done it already. Hit the little icon to get notifications. And I hope that you guys have a good rest of your day. Peace out.